Maybe we shouldn't go in there.
Can't be worse than where we've been.
Only one way to find out.
Wanted to shake things up, and we've done 3 seasons of Running from Dinosaurs on Isla Nublar, and we wanted to take things into a new direction. It's still something that is very Jurassic, but we wanted to just put our kids in a situation that they hadn't been before, and take the franchise into directions that maybe it hasn't been before either. We have that luxury being an animated show that we can do some things. We can take some big swings that they can't always do in the features. Yeah, I saw a lot of stuff online with people thinking we were going to head to Sorna. And obviously we considered that. But at the end of the day, we've done kids running from dinosaurs on a jungle. So we really wanted to go, okay, well, what makes sense in this world where you've got, it can't just be InGen and Biosyn who are making dinosaurs or messing with things that they shouldn't. And we just wanted to, broaden our world a bit. Not so much, really. There were definitely some things that we were going to do that we were going to hold on till after the film. But, once everything got delayed with the film, I wouldn't say it affected us too much. There was a couple maybe plot points or things that we wanted to hit that we might have moved around here and there. But overall, not so much, and we got some more Colin time than we probably would have gotten, and that always makes for a better product. So, all in all, we managed to make it through, work from home and quarantine and a global pandemic and Dominion getting moved back and everything else, and the crew really just stepped up. And so not too much, I would say. We always, from season 1, we set up this idea of Manticore, and so we knew we wanted to head in that direction, and we did kick around ideas about it being on Sorna. But at the end of the day, we really wanted to create something new and go someplace different. And this is where we landed. I would love to say we just did it for the fans, but I mean, whenever, throughout this whole series, whenever we can give a nod to something else that makes it clear that we're part of this world, we're not a separate timeline or a separate entity, we're always going to do that. And, just by the acknowledgement of Sorna, that was always like, okay, well, we don't know who these Manticore folks are, who they are, but we get the feeling they're not above, poaching dinosaurs from other places. And, within the universe, we know there's dinosaurs on Sorna. So it just sort of made sense as far as telling the overarching story. It's definitely off the beaten path. And I think we just ended up, at least at this point, just referring to it as Manticore Island. Yeah, it's more number 2. Like, again, I see so many things online where it's like we're getting credit for things that maybe, no, we weren't pulling from the game. It was just, again, wouldn't it be cool to see dinosaurs in the Arctic? Wouldn't it be cool to be able to do a really cool desert sandstorm? Wouldn't it be cool to have a saber-toothed tiger? So it comes from, wouldn't it be cool, and does it make sense with the story that we're trying to tell? No, I'm glad. Yeah, and me too. And because it does make sense. Why would people stop here when, the toothpaste is out of the tube? So people are going to go out and do, whether it's to make a buck or just because they can, why stop at dinosaurs? And, like you had previously said, the technology, there were times when we were doing season 4 when it's like, man, is this just too crazy? And then, Boston Dynamics puts out a video and we see their robotic, with their robots, how they interact and how they work. And it's like, no, we're right there. This is really the world that we're living in and are gonna live in. Yeah, look, I was right there with the fans at first when we started going down this road. And so, there was apprehension. But at the end of the day, we do want to keep upping the ante. We do want to keep expanding the world, and we do want to keep introducing new threats and new things for the kids to have to deal with. Look, with all the dinosaurs and the robots, at the end of the day, this show comes down to our 6 kids, and that they're the stars of the show, and their heart and their interaction and their growth and failings and flaws and dealing with everything. That's what the show's about. So we definitely took some swings with the robots, and I've definitely been anticipating some apprehension for a while. But when the show was first announced, everyone was saying what a kiddie show it was going to be, and so hopefully when folks see it, they like it. Oh, I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, I mean, this whole show is a balancing act. It's balancing the action and the drama and the humor and making something that kids will like and that also appeals to hardcore Jurassic fans. So wherever we can put in those little, whether it's comedy or a release of tension, we definitely try to do that. I get this a lot, and I think my boilerplate is because I feel like I'm a bit of a combination of Darius and Ben. But I think if I could be one, I'd be Yaz, because she's just, she's cool, and she's gotten even cooler as she's, opened up more to herself and to the campers and gotten more in touch with who she is inside. So so it's hard. It really is hard to pick because as over the years become close with the actors as well as these characters. So I love them all. But I'm probably a Darius Ben hybrid, to keep it in the Jurassic language. I would say it's possible. That's as non-spoiler as I can be. But we do know Dave and Roxy are out there, and we know they didn't want to leave the island without the kids. So hopefully we'll find that out. Early days, and it didn't end up making it into one of our early seasons, but the idea, pulling back the curtain, is that there were infrared scans done on the island while the kids were down in the tunnels dealing with Toro. Was always and it just, there never seemed to be a way to kind of get that information out where it didn't just feel like exposition. But that was, in our minds, when the kids were down, they did, and all that showed up were, reptiles. And so in our mind, that's how we justified the Marines not showing up to come rescue these kids. Well, I can tell you it's not official as of yet, but the way we left season 4, obviously, I think that we definitely know where we want to head. We definitely have. We're kind of coming closer to the end of this chapter, and so I think now that we've introduced the much alluded to Kenji's father into the mix, I would say he'll be would be a big player in that, and I think the sky's the limit as far as where we can go with that. I gotta say, because I saw the speculation too, and then as far as that desert in the penthouse, and so then I go to our art director, JP, and said, "Hey, did you see this? And did you know? Did we do this on purpose? And did I forget?" And it was like, I would love to say we were thinking that far ahead and we're that clever, but it just happened to be a desert landscape in a picture. So I know right now I should be seeming much smarter than I am and taking credit. It's like, yeah, we knew, and that's why we put that thing. No, and I was like, wow, we accidentally put a spoiler in, kinda. So yes, we've known for a long time that we wanted to get to Kenji's dad. It just felt like it was so intrinsic to this character of Kenji, and who's had so much growth over the show. And so what does that mean, throwing his dad into the mix? But yeah, I really wish I could take credit for putting that desert landscape up there, but unfortunately, I don't think I can. I'm hopeful that the hardcore fans can put aside their like worries that we are going too crazy with the thing. Obviously, like I said, the show is about these kids, and we want to keep reinventing the show and upping the ante, and really whatever way we can highlight or showcase the interactions between with our camp family. Yeah, I would say that we really do have some stuff that we're seeding in. Like, I'm not saying Darius is going to show up in Dominion, because it's just unfortunately not going to happen. But there are things that we set in motion, or that we show or learn in this season, and that when you see Dominion, it's like, oh, that ties into that. So that's, again, what's great about having Colin Trevorrow in our writer's room whenever we're breaking a new season or reading all the scripts. And, because obviously I think he was writing Dominion maybe when we started this season, or it could have been in season 3. So, having that information definitely helped keep us on track as far as seeding stuff. And also, there was a few things we were doing which was maybe going too close to what's going to happen in Dominion, which I'm super excited for, by the way. Yeah, it's been there's definitely things that are in our show that you'll be able to draw a line to and see something in Dominion involved.
What is that?